What's going on, Oscar?
What's up, man?
Are you a little rusty?
A little rusty, you know. We're back at it. I mean, it's been a minute. It's been, what, like 2 weeks since we did our last podcast or something like that?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since we released the podcast.
Yeah, so, like, you know, my voice is a little rusty, but I'll get right back to it.
You sure that's not COVID? You sure?
The world may never know. Just kidding.
What's going on there? But yeah, we're out here in beautiful Los Angeles. We had the privilege to come down here and have a conversation with the man, Saul. What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother? How you guys doing?
Hey, we're great, man. We're excited to be here, learn a little bit about you, and I'm pretty sure the viewers that are gonna watch this are gonna be excited to kind of hear a little bit more than just what they see on Instagram.
Get some inspiration.
Yeah, get some inspiration.
Thank you guys for coming, bro. I know you guys come from far, and you know it's a good opportunity for both of us, for me, for you guys, for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, to see the story, to hear the story and stuff. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
For you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So obviously, like I said, you're a tattoo artist. For those that don't know, seems like he's a really good tattoo artist.
I'm all right.
He says he's all right.
I'm all right. No, you're good. You're good. I've seen your work.
Yeah. So let the people know, man. Obviously, who you are as I know you're a tattoo artist, but like, who you are in general. How'd you get going?
I mean, I started when I was 16. My brother usually, he started first, so he pretty much, started the road, and from there I don't know, I picked it up pretty fast. I picked it up like when I was 17, like my last year of high school, and from there I just kept it going. I never stopped, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you talk about getting into tattooing, how did this whole art thing come in play? Like, what did you start off with?
I always did like lettering. Like as a kid, I was always surrounded by it, and when I always knew I had like a talent, but not like I didn't wake up one day and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do tattoos for a living." I just started doing work like lettering and stuff like that, and from there it led on to being at the tattoo shop, when I was a kid and stuff like that, and just being around it. I picked up the machine and just went to town.
So you say your brother started tattooing first. So you were how old were you when your brother was tattooing?
17.
So you were 17 when you started.
Yeah.
But how old were you when your brother started tattooing?
I was 13. Probably.
Okay, so you were just around that the whole time.
I was just around it, yeah.
Okay, were you 13 when you got your first tattoo?
I was 15.
Okay.
15, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
by your brother tattoo?
My brother, yeah.
Okay,
when I turned 15, it was like my 15th birthday or something.
Okay.
Were your parents ever like against like getting tattoos?
My mom, we grew up with my mom. She was never a strict parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So she always like supported us and stuff. I mean, she was never really like, "Oh, go get tatted," but it wasn't really a big problem. We're always like, good kids or whatever.
Yeah, do what you got to do at the end of the day. As long as you ain't doing nothing stupid, you're good.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when you started tattooing, like you just started on a person, obviously, right?
Yeah, I started on a person.
And then how did that go? Like the first tattoo?
It was nerve-wracking, bro. I couldn't do it. I did it one time and I was like, "What? This is hard. I can't do it." Like I started shaking. It was crazy. And then I gave it like a good 2 weeks, and people just started at the time where I lived in downtown, like right here up the street, and everyone just kept asking for names. And then it started little by little, like names and $20 here just to buy supplies, and it went on like that. And then people just
little by little.
So what you're saying is before the tattooing, obviously, before you started, you were really good at like drawing.
Yeah,
things.
it was. Yeah.
Okay, very artistic.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Okay, but then you noticed that going from just drawing on the paper or whatever you were doing, drawing on skin with that and the vibration of the machine, everything. That's
totally different.
Yeah, like how do you even start with that, man? Like
for real.
How do you just pick that up and say, "Holy crap"?
Many people just they buy like equipment to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna start next week." Like for me, my mentality was never like that. It was just start today on somebody, like do a name or do initials, do whatever.
So you just went with
I just had the I was lucky enough to have people that would trust.
Yeah.
And at the time it was like everyone in the building, it was like the kid over there, he does names, like go get your name. And so they'll knock, and then like that it just became. I never really pictured myself doing anything else after that when I did that.
But when you first started tattooing, you were that's what I'm gonna do.
I was like, yeah, that's.
Just got the passion from it. Yeah. And like your tattooing, you're more into like doing the lettering.
Yeah, that's usually what I like to do the most.
Bread and butter.
Yeah, that's usually what that's what I started with. So that's something that I kind of like got real good at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I practice the most. I try to.
Okay. So it's like, I know that you were saying that you were doing lettering, like, right, like drawing and things like that
Drawing,
with
yeah.
lettering. So obviously it kind of took, you kind of were already having that talent with it, and you took it over to the tattooing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do other things. I mean, obviously you do.
Yeah, I do a couple other things too, you know. I don't really, it's just for me when I started doing when I started working, like people came to me for lettering. So that's kind of stuck with me. So when with the drawings, little by little, you know, over the years, I did a few things and stuff. I never really like put it out there as much as I want to because I don't do it too often. But there's still, you know, I still have that in me, you know.
Okay, for sure.
And I know, like, as far as like social media, when did you kind of bloom where you started getting like more direct messages, more reach from people trying to get in touch with you?
Probably like my maybe third year of like working at the shop. Yeah, I worked at a tattoo shop in Hollywood, Under the Gun Tattoo. I worked there for pretty much all my like career, you know. When I started till now, you know. I was there for probably my third year. That's when I started getting clients, neighborhood people, and then people from everywhere, you know. Instagram was already kind of booming. So.
And you would put, and we noticed that you got a pretty big following on Instagram now. How did you develop that? You know, like obviously there's other tattoo artists out there that are tattooing and things like that. How did you develop your audience? Like, was it the content that you put, or the work that you put, the people that you tattooed? Like, how did it start growing little by little, man?
Just over time, just going, you know, what helped me out a lot at the time was traveling, building new clients. Networking, yeah. And just, you know, doing, at the time it was like the portfolios at the conventions, business cards, like stuff like that. And then just word of mouth, everything just combined in one.
It's like you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah,
it goes a long way.
It's one of those where you don't know who's who. Like, you could meet a dentist, you could tattoo the next day. You could tattoo someone from you grew up with or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just random, but it's that's where it all came to place. I feel like especially now.
And obviously, you're obviously really good at tattooing because obviously people want to follow you and they want to see your work and they want to come to you because of that. So obviously they see that your work's great. They go to the next person tells that person, hey, hit him up, and they just kind of grows from there. But like you said, that's a really good point. That you said that you went out there and you pretty much were networking with people, traveling, doing things, putting a stamp and planting your seed in every single.
Exactly. I'm planting a seed, going to Baltimore, planting a seed there, going to, even if it's your first time, like even if you don't make whatever money you think you want to make, like there's been times where, you know, you take a L places, just but at least you win, you pass, you know, the table at the end of the show is like there's no more business cards, you ran out. That means like just doing that over the years, that helped me out.
So how many years have you been tattooing now?
About 10.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10 years.
So we're almost in the same boat. I've been like doing my training things or my gym for like almost 10 years already too. So it's like you get to those 10 years, it's like that.
And I still feel like I just almost started like a year or two or something.
Man, that's great, man. That's for sure great. So as you're growing, as your following was growing, as your craft was getting better, where did you feel like, damn, like I'm really doing this thing? Like when was it like where you felt like, you know, that first person that reached out to you that was like, I mean,
you're like, fuck.
Kind of like, what the fuck? It's like someone walking into like my gym and it's like fucking NFL player, like, what the fuck? How'd you hear about me, man? And you know what I'm saying? So where did you kind of first get that feeling or that person? When was that?
You know what? It wasn't necessarily with like a celebrity. It was more with,
and it could be anybody.
It was a couple years ago when I wasn't able to reach back to everyone, and my Instagram like messages were like
blown up.
Yeah, blown up, and I naturally, like organically, how I want to say it, like I can't really get back to people as much as I want to. That's when I figured like, oh wow, like, you know, demand's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just people at the shop looking for me, or, you know, hitting me up on Instagram, calling the shop, or when I post something, people call right away. And then by that alone, like that, the clients alone, they kind of express themselves and they tell me, oh, well, I've been waiting 2 years, I've been waiting a couple months. And I didn't
That's
know
how
I
you
was
know
gonna
you're
get-
busy.
So that's
Shit.
why I know, like, damn, I could have got you in a couple days ago.
Like, I've been waiting 2 years. I've been on the waiting list.
They're like, all right, I'm gonna start spamming them. Bah, bah, bah.
yeah, bro.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's when I realized, like, I'm a busy person,
Okay.
Who was your first celebrity, and like, how did that make you feel that they're reaching out to you?
Because that has to mean that has to mean
that's-
something when like someone of a certain caliber reaches out to you, man. That has to mean something to you.
I think it was drama from Young and Reckless.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I tattooed him through.
Rob Deer,
Yeah,
is
like
it Rob Deerdick's cousin or something like that?
His cousin.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, he linked me up with him, and I went to his house, and ever since, like, not that day, but ever since I started doing stuff like that, going to their houses and stuff, I started feeling like, oh wow, like, it's more than just a tattoo. It's kind of more like a vibe, or more like I'm a brand. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's when I started realizing, like,
like
people take this serious. you know?
yeah, when like your tattooing is not just a tattoo anymore. It's like it means something to get tatted by you.
Yeah.
It's like it's just art. That art on them that was done by you.
Like, they could
Yeah,
have gone to
it's like
there.
fucking. It's
They
like
could've gone to
Picasso.
anyone.
It's like Picasso's fucking painting on
It's
the
there
wall.
forever, and that's
Yeah, it's
that's
there
I
forever.
think
Like,
that's the dope thing about it.
That's what I trip out on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like I get a haircut, and then my hair grows out and that's it,
Yeah.
This is like there.
They're gonna see it.
And everyone's gonna see it and they're like, oh shit, that's a dope tattoo. Who did it? Boom.
Yeah,
there you
and
go.
That's how it goes from there. And I work with him. Like when I'm in town, these people are in town, and
Do you ever walk out on the street and see someone that you tatted, like, and you see your art on them, like, oh shit, that's
Yeah,
that's
a couple times.
That's kind of like a dope feeling, like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. That's
Or on
what's-
TV or something.
Yeah, on
Shit,
TV,
that's just
is
dope.
that too, yeah, a couple like Laker players.
I got him. Yeah, that's me right there. Oh yeah.
Couple Laker players. Okay, we're Laker fans, man. Who'd you tap, bro? Who'd you tap? You tap LeBron?
One day.
Yeah, well, that's
day.
what's up, man.
It's gonna happen.
That's what's up, bro. For sure, man. So, yeah, who talking about celebrities and things like that you've worked with, man? Who have you done? Like, I know you said the drama was like the first one that
Yeah,
kind of.
I think he was the first one. I can't even remember.
Okay,
but
one of
he
the
was,
first
one
ones
of the
if it
first
was-
people when I was like coming up.
Okay, and then who can you say that you've worked with? I mean, just let the people know.
I worked with, from him, it led on to like Little Dirk, and then
Okay.
from Little Dirk I did Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah's house, and then I did Justin Bieber.
Okay.
And then I did like his whole team.
Oh,
like
shit.
his producers, like his I tattooed his grandma.
Okay.
I tattooed his
Damn. Grandma.
Yeah, at his house. It was
Damn.
crazy. Him, like, just Molly Mon, like a couple rappers, like,
Okay,
people in the
okay.
music industry. And then like the last person, like big client was P Diddy.
Oh, shit.
I did him.
Damn, bro. How does that feel to be walking up to these crazy celebrities that you like probably grow up to? You know what I'm saying? You grow up to, and you're like,
No, P Diddy called me, and when he
straight up call,
Yeah,
like,
he
you
called
just-
Did you know who was calling you?
my friend that plugged me in with him, he had texted me, and when I seen the phone, I had a missed call and I had a text from my friend.
Okay.
So my friend already had texted me, hey, he's supposed to be calling you, and then I had a missed call from like.
He's like, answer your
somebody.
fucking phone, or
So
you're
I
gonna
didn't answer. I
10
didn't
missed
answer
calls.
until like
Fuck.
probably like a couple minutes later. I called him back, and then he answered. But yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool because coming from nothing, bro, to
Yeah.
it's just a crazy like story. It's all like a stepping stone almost. You know.
It was- yeah.
Steps to like. It's not everything, but it's something that
It makes you feel good of
Makes you
where you
feel
came
good,
from and
yeah.
how you built yourself.
Yeah.
So now that we're bringing it back down, we're talking about up here. Now let's go back down since you brought it back down. You're saying that you got this crazy story of kind of how you grew up. If you want to let us know a little bit in detail of how it was, man, like how was your childhood coming up?
it was cool. I mean, I didn't live a rich life or nothing. I grew up here in downtown all my life, regular kid, welfare, all that stuff. Like, it's nothing special, but it makes me proud to be able to be in these people, like work with big high-end clients and even people that are not high-end.
Yeah.
Just to work with people in general, it's a blessing for me,
Exactly.
Someone every day in my chair, whether it's a millionaire, whether it's not a millionaire,
Exactly.
whether it's a kid from, that just turned 18, like, it's a big impact on people that it's exciting. You know, every day's a new, and then the clients tell me their stories, so I kind of somehow relate to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, these people are they're not necessarily millionaires, but they're just cool clients. You know, that come and they appreciate your work. You know.
No, yeah, for
So
sure.
it's cool, you know. It's a blessing to be able to come from nothing and build your way up and be like self-made. You know what I mean? Be dedicated and you know, it's really rare to
drive
to have that drive and be driven every day and dedicated. Like
Yeah, it was like pretty much just like you didn't have no handouts. Nobody helped you out on the way up there. It was just you learning, understanding that you had a skill.
Yeah.
And putting it to play. Like,
yeah, for sure. I always felt like there was always like a tunnel, like there was always something for me.
As long as you kept working towards it,
Yeah.
you know.
Like nothing else was distracting me besides that.
so you know you just had to be consistent with it. Like I know something's gonna happen if I just keep getting better and better at this.
And then the kind of like friends I had at the time, I still do, you know, like the kind of friends that I had that were taking me serious. I was like, damn, if these people know these people, they're taking me serious, I should take myself serious. And that's when, you know, the focus.
It's like your confidence just builds. Like it's like a stepping stone, like you said, but it's like you're building your own confidence. Like, damn, I'm here for a reason. I'm not just here because I'm not. I'm not just here because like they just decided to call me because I was in book. Like no, like they called me and because they know me and they respect me and they respect my work.
Yeah, they respect your work. So you have to kind of you have to like take yourself serious.
Yeah.
Because if not, then it's like it's just any other artist. Or
yeah, they could just read and be like,
yeah, they could read, and it won't last.
Yeah,
it won't get further.
No, yeah, for sure. So, what is one of the most complicated, I would say, tattoos that you were like, holy shit, I got to do this? That was like maybe like was there anything ever that you were like
you're like fuck
that could potentially like not that it was bad, but just something that was just like this is challenging me.
Yeah.
Usually when I do stuff like on crazy areas, like
like
right here, like, or if when it just depends on the person too. Some people have rough skin, like it's hard to do something on their, you know what I mean, on their ribs when they're super like either, I don't know, they're
dry,
bigger or something.
Yeah.
Or they show you a reference of like a model buff dude and like they want it to be look like that. And it's like, it just depends on the client.
It's like I'll see what I can make it happen.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much saying like it's just mainly the areas that you tattoo. It's like hard to like work with based off the tattoo and where it's at. It's like shit.
Yeah, super, bro. Yeah.
What's the longest tattoo? Like how much time did it take you? Like the longest tattoo you've done?
Damn.
Lately, maybe this could be
on Adriel Favela.
Okay.
I did an outline on his chest.
Was it
it was like the Buddha head.
Yeah, Buddha head with the little
outline.
circles.
Yeah, that took me probably like 9 to 10 hours straight.
Like straight.
We probably took like a little break, and then he wasn't on nothing, like no drink, nothing. And it was, I even got tired. I was like, damn, I'm tired. And he was just laying down like whatever.
Yeah. Shit.
That was the reason one that wore me out that I could remember.
Damn.
That was technically complex in the way that you're like, damn, I'm fucking drained right now. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But he was like, let's get it done right now.
Yeah, and he took it, bro. So when someone like that, it's kind of like cool because they're not tapping out. So it's like, just finish it. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, let's leave for another day and they're left with the outline. But there's times where people will be like, you know what, let's leave for another day and we'll.
They're hella sore up of it.
Yeah, but
because it gets uncomfortable, man. Like I mean, I got tattoos and things, and like certain times you got to put your arm a certain way. You're like, God damn, bro, my arms asleep. You're like, fuck.
After 6 hours, bro, it's draining.
Yeah.
Super.
For sure. So, when you're talking about complex tattoos, what was your favorite piece that you felt like that you've done that, even if it's not like anything crazy, but your personal
like you always come back to it, like, oh, I remember that tattoo.
Damn.
Even it could be like the simplest.
I don't know, bro. It's a hard one because I've tattooed so many people, and
he's like, all my tattoos are too fucking good. I can't even think.
No, I mean, damn. I would probably have to look like on my Instagram page or something to kind of remind myself.
Yeah.
But
so not even one on top of your head that you can think of, like, okay, that's the one. Like maybe something
my
like.
Friend Boo Johnson, he's a professional skater.
Okay.
I put Elevate, and that spot alone was real hard, and I feel like I nailed it like pretty good. Like it was like around
shit.
the jog.
Okay.
It feels good though too.
Okay, for sure. So what do you feel is your edge in this business industry? I would say, what do you feel makes you stand out from other tattoo artists, that
What makes you different?
I think what makes me different is having a style of lettering that no one has, and style that, I don't know how to put it in the right words, but having like my own cursive, from being inspired from like, I'm not gonna say people in jail, but like the old fashioned like LA handwriting.
Yeah.
Put it in, making it like a modern girl script or something, like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like the lettering that I did before, or that I was influenced by, was kind of gangsterish, but I put it into my own way where it looks clean and more universal.
Where anybody can have it.
Where anybody can have it. And I try to aim to an audience where not only a cholo could get my stuff, like where people could, Asians or a grandma could get some lettering from me, or anyone could just
get that lettering, and they won't feel like, oh, I'm gonna get stabbed out walking out with this.
Well, in today's society compared to back then you got a tattoo, and then it was like, oh yeah, you're a gangster. Like this, back in the day,
sure,
and now it's
now in this era,
No,
I think it's more like fashionable. Like wearing having a tattoo is like, oh, look,
it
looks clean.
I like the classy look of stuff, even if it's plain, simple lettering. I love that.
Oh yeah, it looks.
I'm still figuring out what I want.
Like something small, like I don't know, even like the little dainty stuff, I think looks good, and that's what's in 2021. Like, bro, people love
simple.
The
simplicity.
Simple is like the less is more.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes me different from a lot of artists. Especially having that like skill with different lettering. Like not everybody has that.
So how did you get so good at lettering though? Like you're saying, like you drew stuff back then.
Yeah.
Like fuck, he was just gifted with this, and you just.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know so.
Yeah, he's like, no, I know so.
Yeah.
He's like, I just picked up a pen, wrote it, and I was like, oh
I just always
shit.
had it in me, like in high school. I always had like, even on the yearbooks, like I had tons of yearbooks, and I was never the popular kid. I was always like the quiet, just.
But you never like practice. I mean, you obviously it's practice, on
paper, yeah.
But like I don't know, like like when you go to school, or even when you write, and then like let's say a girl's handwriting, she writes something that's hella beautiful
nice.
and perfect.
My shit
and
would always be
I try hella hard to write perfect.
No, but don't get me wrong. Like my writing is garbage. Like regular. Like if I write my name like on a letter, it looks like a little kid. Like I don't write
fucking
pretty.
pencil
It's just
breaks.
when I draw it.
It's crazy. It's like if I say I draw it instead of writing it, I do it better.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
I should say that.
I'm gonna draw a paragraph for you. You tell it perfect. I'm not gonna write. I'm gonna draw it. And then something just switches in his head.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's intense, bro. So, as far as tattooing, man, anything else that you do in this industry, or anything else that you do other than tattooing?
No, bro. That's simply what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and I'm trying to expand like my business with my lettering too, just doing merch and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're trying to make. You have merch already? You're trying.
I already have merch.
I think I seen on your website.
Yeah, I already have couple things out, and I'm working on more. Yeah,
okay.
Working on more for this year for sure.
Have you ever done like a seminar? Because I know there's a lot of like young tattoo artists. I'm pretty sure I'd look up to you.
I think with the platform that you have, it's a good question you brought up. With the platform that you have, man, I feel a lot of people probably look up to you, and would probably. I mean, is that something that tattoo artists do? Like,
yes, a lot of them are starting. They've been doing that for a couple years now, and I haven't really, maybe because I haven't got myself organized with it, but eventually I'll do something like that.
I think that would be great.
Where I'm able to. I just have a big problem like explaining myself on how to do things. I want to be able to say it correctly.
Yeah.
Or even starting off with like YouTube. I'm not sure if you have a YouTube.
Yeah, I have one. I'm about to start.
Oh yeah. That would be a good step, and then like you start getting a little more comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But eventually I'm gonna do that. I want to expand in all kinds.
Oh
of
yeah,
ways.
all platforms.
I mean, obviously that it's in the same lane of your tattooing, but you're adding these branches of. It's like your tattooing is like the main tree, and then you're adding these things that are still part of it, but you just. Like you say, your merch.
You can just call it La Escuela de Saul.
Yeah.
La Escuela.
De letras.
De letras.
De letras. Las ABCs.
Las ABCs.
For tattoos. Hey, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Fuck it.
But yeah, because I think, I mean, since you've done the traveling, I mean, you like to travel, obviously, you go out and do stuff. So I think that'd be cool, man. Like, you go out, you have these seminars, you book them for like 20 students or whatever. They pay their fee. You go there, you have the place booked, and you run the whole course. I mean, I think that'd be something that people would definitely.
It's been done before. I have a lot of friends that do that too in conventions, but before the whole COVID thing. Yeah, bro, it's a good idea. You know?
Okay. Anything else like that you want to work on in the tattoos area, like maybe products or anything like that?
Products, like besides like the merch and stuff.
Yeah, like creating your own like tattooing stuff, like supplies or anything like the ink. I don't know.
Maybe not at the moment, but I do have a lot of ideas on like even lotions and stuff.
Okay.
And like.
Oh no, they do. They do have those cool little. Because I've seen some sponsors.
Is that like after you get a tattoo?
Yeah, like aftercare kind of.
But not even just that. I've seen like these lotions that I don't know if you ever seen them. I'm pretty sure you have because you're obviously in the industry. But like, there's like they sell these like lotions or balms for your tattoos to make them look brighter.
Like
so I mean, like does that stuff kind of work or does
I've never tried it, but I think so. You know,
yeah.
I think it does.
I mean, just little things like that. I mean, if that's something that you would eventually do or something. I mean, obviously with your name and your brand behind it, that people support you. I think it would do something. Sure.
Yeah, I would want to do like even like if it's merchandise, whether it's shirts or cups or mugs or whatever it is, like you know. But
sometimes it's hard to like branch off and start new businesses because especially when you're so busy because you're a one-man team right now. Obviously,
it's a whole other commitment.
You're the business. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have. I mean, obviously you have a place, but what I'm saying is it's not like you have like a place with like 20 tattoo artists and like you're getting money off that. And things like that. Like you have to actually technically in a way like tattoo the people to make your money type of thing. So like, and when you're always booked and busy, I feel like it's kind of difficult to be like, damn, we don't have the time to like sit down and create this.
And then the people want to get tattooed by you too.
Yeah,
you know?
I still have to focus on like tattooing the people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where would you, I'm trying to say is where and how would you find that balance? Like, do you feel like you'd be able to like take certain time to work on things like that?
Yeah, I think I would. You know, I think once like if I set my schedule for like tattooing from this time to this time and then the rest of the day work on that. Yeah. Then I'll be as long as I'm organized with it.
Yeah, but I think you're in the position in your life right now that you can do that. You can manage your schedule and work as you please in a way. Like I'm saying, like you can be like, hey, this is my hours now, and you'll still be booked regardless. That's what I'm thankful for. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's luckily I have that like those options. Yeah. Of being able to tattoo when I want, whenever, or go out of town whenever I want. Yeah. But I just choose to, sometimes I just try to plan it ahead of time where I try to dedicate like the whole month in LA and, just focus on those people and then figure out what I want to do next. But yeah, it's doable,
And you said you go also to like New York and then you stay out there like.
Yeah, I stay out there like 7 to 10 days,
Oh, so you go out there and then you just. You already have appointments booked out there, so you just go and you go to these people's places, or like
I go and stay in Manhattan. We stay at hotels and stuff, so we just stay there, bro.
And they come to you.
Yeah.
So you have all your stuff, and they just come to you.
Yeah, just fly there with all my stuff and just meet them at a location, and I'm booked as soon as I land. From there to
that's tight
before my flight.
So you go to New York. Where else do you go to? You said Baltimore.
I mean, like a lot of East Coast. East Coast of DC, Baltimore.
Have you ever considered? I know you're in the LA area, but have you ever considered like moving to maybe like New York?
I don't know. Maybe just for work if I have to. Yeah, if I have to.
Why you don't like the New York area?
I'm just so I like the Cali weather, bro. Yeah. From here, so I'm not used to the cold. It's just a cold day.
When you turn on the car, it's out cold.
Like snow, like it's pretty.
Oh fuck
but
shit, that shit's cold as fuck.
Yeah, it's cold, and it's like I'm from here, so I'm not used to that, bro. To just switch my life from But it's cool. It's cool to network and be out there for a few, maybe a couple weeks, and probably bring my family over, and that way I don't have to.
Okay. You've been out to, so you said New York, Baltimore, DC. What other places have you done? Like, have you done Miami? Have you been out?
Miami, I've just visited, but
I have a lot of clients that
are like requesting, you know.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so that should be this year.
So how does that work when you go to these places? You got to have a certain amount of people book you before you do it, or like do you put like, hey, I'm gonna be in this area these days if you want to
A little
book?
bit of both, you know. I usually make a few phone calls from friends that I have out there, and then either they have the people already, or and I post at the same time, or it's just however I feel, you know. There's times where I just plan it, or there's times where I don't even plan it. I just post one post, and if
like I'm out here,
then I just, as soon as I land, I just reach out to people, and you know, luckily people are
people are watching.
or like
Interested.
a lot of returning clients and stuff, or sometimes they fly me out. Like, oh, I'll fly you out. Don't worry, like, it's on me type of thing. So I have one client that would just fly me out, and you know what I mean, to work on him and his family and fly me back.
Damn,
and
bro.
that's already a pay for, you know what I mean? Pay for everything. So it's like, it's a blessing.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Yeah.
Like,
hey, Oscar's trying to get to that level, man.
Yeah.
We all trying to get to that
Working,
level, man.
working,
That's what's up, man. I mean,
Yeah.
but the thing is that you say you're blessed for it, man, because at the end of the day, you're not taking anything for granted. You're like, I'm pretty sure you wake up every day and you appreciate how far you've come, how far you've worked, or how hard you worked, how far you come. Appreciate every moment, because things can be taken away easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. You have to, like, that's just how I am, bro.
And I think, and like I said, you could tell you're a very humble dude, man. You're definitely like calm, humble, and that's why I believe, just from this conversation, that you are where you're at because of that. Because you're not like, you're not a cocky.
You're not closed-minded.
You could just tell you're super like chill, simple. You're easy to talk to, easy going.
That's why a lot of opportunities come my way, because for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, I think that if I wasn't brought up like that, so that's why I think people connect with me. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's a rich person or not, or whoever, famous or not, like people just come and hang out or whatever. Like,
It's funny because, like I said, we just literally, and everybody out there watching and listening, we just met. Like, I just met Saul right now, like
it's like we know each other.
like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, 30. And I literally feel like I've known this guy. Like, I feel like I go have a drink with this guy. And and just hang out. I don't know about Hennessy.
No Hennessy, no. Either the Hennessy makes you like want to fight. I'm having a baby.
Right? Fuck. No, I feel like I could like I
chill.
Like I know this guy already. Like we could I could hit this guy up and be like, hey, what's up, man? What you doing?
Let's go get some
man?
tacos.
Like, hey, where's the good taco spot at, bro? Like, you know, just like I feel like that, and that's, I think, just by having that like that vibe that you put out to people, because I'm big on the vibes, man. You could just tell people could just definitely like just link up to you and be like, feel comfortable with you. Like, hey, man, tell you their darkest secrets. Hey, bro. Like,
it's like therapy, you know?
Yeah, it's like a therapy kind of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like therapy.
Because I hear so many people, like so many clients' stories.
Yeah.
It's like 1 hour could be like like let's say a specific friend, and then he's telling me he's going through this whole breakup. And then my 6 o'clock appointments just got married.
Yeah.
Different moods.
Everything's
Crazy.
Bro. It's good. I enjoy it.
El doctor. Shit, everything.
Like this and
like
that,
the role.
and we picked up where we left off whenever I see them too.
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
It's pretty cool, you know.
That's tight, man. That's a cool position to be at, man. And like, just to be able to, again, like, I guess almost, because people come and get tattoos too to like chill sometimes too, man, because it's a vibe when you get to, even though it's sometimes a little uncomfortable. I think just being there is like what do you say, man? It's like therapeutical, man. Like, you just lit there and you're just kind of chilling, you're talking, you're getting tatted, you're just getting the piece that's always gonna be there on you. Like, it's a lot more that goes behind it than just, like you said, like more than just a piece of art on you. You know?
There's like my friend the other day, he hit me up. He's like, hey, I need some time for myself. Like, it's my birthday tomorrow. He's a barber. He like cuts up like P Diddy and everyone.
Okay.
And he's like, I need like some time for myself. I want to get a couple like little things, and you know, he calls them accents.
Okay.
Little accents.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a manicure to me. I'm like, all right, well, come over. And we caught up too, and you know, he was just having a good time, bro. On his phone, but just getting
just little tats and things like that.
Yeah, bro. And I feel like it's kind of like, it's real cool, because every person has a different story.
Yeah.
Like so many people that you impact, like, it's ridiculous. Like,
because you're really impacting people. Like, it's weird.
From everywhere, like from LA, from like Philly, from New York,
and it's crazy to think about that. All these people will just have that art, and you've had that impact on them. So now they're walking around.
There's always a story.
So you got people
all story to like a tat. Like, oh, I remember I got this. Or you could look at something that you did, and then you remember that day.
Yeah.
Like when I tattooed Yvette, when I tattooed her the first time, I think it was a World Series at Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
And I was going to the game, and when she got tatted. So I always think of, you know, like
Yeah,
her
yeah.
tattoo. I remember that day.
Yeah.
Because I remember what I did that day. So it's
That's
cool.
cool. That's
you know?
cool, man.
Shit.
That's what's up, bro. Like, I don't know. I just think everything that you've done, man, is just like on a whole nother level now, you know. And
You could only go up from here.
Yeah, and,
From here on out.
I don't see it like where I'm done, bro. It's all, like I said, it's all stepping stone. I feel like this is not over. You know, I'm barely getting started. Like, you know, nothing comes overnight. You know, everything's like, people don't see the hard work, that hours that go into this. Like, it's a lot of work, bro.
no,
it's
yeah,
a lot of work.
no, I bet, bro. Like,
and thankfully, like, I'm able to, you know, be healthy enough to, you know, put in work. Like,
because I could imagine like just tattooing for hella hours, man. That could probably be very. It's a tedious job, man. Like any little mess up, you're
and
like,
then,
oh
like,
shit.
in today's day, like literally, like since January, since last month or December, like it's been 70 people texting me at once. I have to tattoo for 3 hours and then still get back to these people every day. Like, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Because I'm pretty sure you be getting blasted on your DMs.
Yeah,
so like, how is it?
it's like-
How is it managing that, man? Let's talk a little bit about that. How's it you managing like? Because I know before, like when you first started, you're like hoping people hit you up, like come on, hit me up. Like some people hit me up, like whatever. As you growing, because you want that income
for sure.
You want to get that income when you start.
I'm
You're
doing
like
special. I'm doing this.
every
I'm doing
little
things,
thing. Like, oh, I got some clients today. I got some clients, and then you get booked up, and then you get to the point where now it's like overwhelmingly booked, where you got so many people hitting you up. How do you manage like not even, I mean, I would say not even looking at your phone, because sometimes you get little DMs and you're looking at your phone, but like imagine like trying to go through every shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people and
all day.
And it's like 50 conversations and all at the same time. And it's like it's crazy. He
sends the wrong message to the wrong person.
For example, like let's say you guys all hit me up at the same time. You want a lion, he wants some lettering on his knuckles. You want like a tiger, like whatever it is. And it's like
big ass tiger on your chest.
And you guys all want pricing. You guys all want like a date. And it's like, bro, like,
you're trying to manage, like, what can I put him in so I don't fuck my schedule?
I see that the people are like, oh, like, you don't see my message. I do see them. I'm not ready to give you a date, so I don't reply.
Fuck.
I'm not, like, I'm booked out the day that you want to get tatted. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's cool, you know, it's good, you know, it's good to be busy.
Yeah, I think people got to understand, too, because, like I said, they know, I mean, I know that you do your best to get to people, but the people got to understand, like, man, like, if I sit there all day, then I'm just a fucking secretary the whole day trying to book people.
It's a job on its own.
Yeah, and it's just like you're not gonna get anywhere doing that all day. So you got to take your time with it. You're gonna drive yourself crazy because social media, like, you can spend all day looking at that and fucking TikTok swiping up.
Fuck. And not only that, I think when they try to book an appointment,
Danny's over there on TikTok watching the fucking what is it?
What is it?
What's the song?
You got a TikTok?
I don't.
You don't? I think TikTok would be really good if you have it tattooing. Like, that would be dope, bro. Like, you
see,
could,
like, stuff like that. I need to upload.
And right now that
you got a big ass
platform-
following, so I'm pretty sure everybody will go on there and boom.
And you would only get
And like
more
TikTok
people
allows you
on
to
there.
like right now it's easier on
You
TikTok.
can even get paid through there too right
Yeah,
now.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
People are just getting paid left and right now.
Yeah. It's all social media.
Yeah, YouTube, everything.
I mean, but think about it. Back then, people didn't have social media, so like you literally had to like put flyers up, go to people's houses,
Business cards.
pass business cards. Like
that, bro.
to be honest, I think a lot of that stuff's kind of like. I mean, you can still do that, but a lot of that stuff's kind of gone now. Like now, you're in the era where like it's so much easier to get
Everyone's on their
people.
phone.
It's so much easier in a way to like
it's so
build yourself.
It's crazy. You
on
can
your
build
phone.
a whole different image just on your phone.
And you can reach, like you said, like let's say you put some on Instagram, you got, I don't know, 1,000 friends, followers. Those 1,000 followers see it. You maybe 5 of them reposted. They have another 1,000 followers each. That's 5,000 more people. That's all. Think about it. You probably reach like 6,000 people in the matter of
Even if it's just the views, it's like you're building an audience.
Yeah.
Out of those views.
Yeah, that's
where before, like you'd have to go put a newspaper up. You know, hopefully people saw it. You go
announce on the intercom.
You might get like 10 people to finally hit you. Like it's crazy. Like to me, it's like if you put in the work, you put in the time, and you're actually good at what you do. Like there's opportunities for everyone out there, man. Like no way to be to feel like, oh, he's lucky, she's lucky. Just start where you're at. Like you said, start. What kind of advice, and that's where I'm trying to get to, what kind of advice you can give to a young tattoo artist that's trying to build their following, that's trying to build, and obviously not just their following, because obviously I know that's not that big of a deal, because there's people out there that probably have tons of followers, but they don't have anything made for themselves yet. It's just a follow, you know, it's just something that like can be like, hey, you know, start with this and then go here and just build yourself from here? Because you started like you said, with nothing.
Yeah, I think that whoever's trying to learn, or whether it's this, whether it's a videographer or whatever, I think first just start doing it now. That's what it is, and it's like start doing it.
Yeah.
Whether it's whatever, and dedicate as much time as you want. Don't half-ass nothing. Like, don't half-ass like, oh, I'm gonna do it on the side, or I'm gonna do this, or I work at Target, but I'm gonna just tattoo like on the side. Just might as well. Like, nah, like I don't believe in that. You know, I feel
Go
like
all
you
in.
have to. Yeah, you have to go all in because you have to. Like,
You have to, bro.
You have to if you want to be. You know what I mean? If you want to be known or whatever, good. Period. Whether you're known or not, like good on like, let's say you tattoo the neighbor and their tattoo comes out perfect. It doesn't even matter as long as you're good. You know what I mean? So I think that you should just go for it and don't be scared and dedicate as much time as you can. You know, because right now, especially, it's easy to kind of blow up on the social media and stuff like that. And I feel like it's only getting easier for you to post a picture and be able to get followers or whatever, get seen. But I think that whoever's starting to, like, just start as young. If you're young, start now. Like if you're like in high school or 18, 19, whatever it is, choose what you want to do now, because right now is the time. If you wait, there's no point in waiting. I feel like you're only gonna get older, and then you don't want to. Like my brother and my mom would always tell me, like, if you're gonna tattoo, you should do it now, because if you mess up or whatever you do, you're a kid. There's space to mess up, but when you're 30, 20, like, you know, mid-20s, 30s, and you barely want to start learning how to tattoo, it's not going to work the same as you were 16, 17.
Makes sense.
So I always took that into consideration, and I was like, yeah, I think, you know, that's the key.
And that's perfect, yeah.
You have to have drive too, you know,
a passion,
especially if you don't have kids or a girlfriend or whatever it is. Like, you have to have besides a passion, you have to just be driven, you know, driven, take it seriously and put it out there and do it as much as you could. Grab a little homie, tattoo them, or do their eyelashes, whatever it is that you do. Just get you know, put in the work, because that's how all this stuff comes in. Like, whatever it is, whether it's your, you know, car or jewelry, whatever, like all that stuff comes after. That's all material shit. But I'm saying, like, you become stable whenever you're stable, like in your mind, you know, and your work ethic is there, then that's everything, you know. You
got to be grounded in what you're doing. Like, the moment you know that's what you're gonna do, you're going all in. I'm grounding myself. I know this is who I am and what I do and what I believe in, and I'm gonna go all in and be the best at it, the best that I can be at it, and just go all in. And when you go all in on that, man, it's like you can't fail, because it's like you can't.
There's no going back.
When you bet on yourself, you're the only reason why you fell, because you're the one that's not gonna put the work, or you put in the work, then you make it. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna wanna, like, put in work. You know?
Yeah, well, that's a good way to kind of like put the
it
cherry
has to
on
come
top.
out of you. You know, it has to come out of you, because like you can't do things like just because someone else is doing them, or my friend's becoming a, you know, videographer, I want to do that too. Like, you could give things a try, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, whenever you find your actual passion and you find
what you're good at,
what you want to do, then the money's gonna come later. Don't worry about this. The money's gonna come.
And that's the thing too. Like, a lot of people think like, oh, like, there's money in that business, there's I should start that.
That's the first mentality.
Yeah. That's the wrong way, because they're gonna realize that when they start, there's no money,
and that's all they're thinking about.
And they're like, oh shit, like, what the hell? And then they quit. But if you just go with, like, I enjoy this, I have a passion, then people are gonna feel off your passion, be like, damn, this guy's good, he really cares, he goes the extra mile, like, I want to pay him for this job.
That's what it is with us. Like, with me, when I started, I was doing stuff for $20 with a tip. You know what I mean? I got used to that for years. That it's like something that I would do at the house for $50 that I was doing at the house. Of course, it wasn't probably the best quality as now, but I was brought up like that. So now that, you know, people are paying higher in prices, then of course the money is just gonna come. You know what I mean? Once your passion's there and your work, you know, you put in the work yourself and time. There's a lot of sacrifice too, you know, especially if you have a family, if you have, you know, a wife, a kid. Like, I'm married, I have a wife, I have a kid. Like, I sacrifice tons of time, a week going to, you know, New York, or days and long nights from 10 a.m. to like 1, 2 in the morning for a whole weekend straight. Like, putting in work.
The dedication.
Bro.
Oh,
like,
straight dedication.
Stuff that people don't see. Like, oh, what time you're going home? Oh, this and that. Like, and it's like, you know, it's hard. It's harder, but I started this one night before I had all that. So it's pretty much, it's my life, bro.
Yeah, it's your life, and it's how you take pay your bills. It's how you
It's
take
how
care of your
live,
family.
yeah,
It's how
like
you
your
gonna live.
family.
How you
Yeah,
gonna,
bro,
how you get to do the things you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, it allows you to do that. And
The outside people are always gonna see the you know, like the Mercedes or the whatever you have,
Yeah.
or whatever, you know, the spa looks good and everything, but they don't see the hard work, and that's
Oh, yeah.
where, you know,
and the way I see it, I mean, the way like just walking in here, man, this place is dope. You got it set up. It's different. I could
thanks,
see that you
bro.
really
Yeah,
care. It's like, man, like
dope.
obviously it tells you
A little
that
bit of
you
Street Fighter in the background.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it definitely tells you that you've put in the work. Like when I see things like this, like nice things like this, bro, like there's never envy. There's never any of that. And I think it's because we're in the same type of boat. Like we're all self-driven. We're entrepreneurs, whatever you want to call it.
For sure. Like the people that are working hard for their stuff can relate. Like you, like yourself, like
Yeah.
you're working on your stuff, and you see this and you're like, damn, I want to do. It kind of motivates you.
Yeah,
kinda,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
and it's
It
cool
sparks some fire.
Hell yeah, it's cool to motivate people. Like,
And it's crazy too, because like sometimes, like I'm pretty sure like you're kind of used to this, like it's normal for you, and like sometimes you don't think about it. And I can relate to, like, for example, like at my gym, like people come into my gym, like new people, and they're like, oh, your gym's hella dope, it's cool, like, and I'm like, oh shit, it is kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? Because I forget it's your gym. You're so used to just being there.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you got this, you got that, and it's kind of like, damn, actually, I do got this, and I got that. And like, that's just and then I forget, like, that shit is expensive, and and then I do the math, like, damn, that's like so much. Like, I should fucking sell all this shit. No, but then it's like, damn, like, I'm really doing this. Because sometimes you forget, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool, like, have someone come in and then be like, oh, and then you're like, damn, like,
I built
it's
it.
dope.
yeah, like I really have a private studio, or they like everything, or like, oh, you tattooed so and so, you tattooed like, you know, Nathanael Cano or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh damn, I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, not that I forgot, but I was like, oh damn.
But you don't, like, it's just normal for you now. Like, you don't think about it. You think about it, but you don't really think about it. And it just, like, people remind you, and you're just like, damn, like, I did really do that. Like, that's a fucking celebrity that people, like, look up to, or just, like, enjoy their music that you probably hear everywhere. And it's like, damn, he was here doing whatever, or you were there. Like, you know. And just like at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure when you meet certain people, it's just like at the end of the day, they're just people, man.
Yeah,
they're just people. And that's a lot of times I feel like, and this is why we started this podcast, I feel like a lot of times, like, you think of this crazy lifestyle, but then at the end of the day, when you sit with these people and you're like, you could almost relate and be like, damn,
You listen
like,
to their story.
yeah, you can almost relate. And again, it's motivation.
Motivation
for everybody.
It should only be motivation
For everybody,
If
man.
it could happen to me, it could happen to you.
Exactly.
It could happen to everyone. Like, it should happen to everyone.
Yeah, it should, man. But it should happen to everyone, but the ones that put in the work, man, for sure.
Yeah.
The ones that are putting in the work.
I've been putting in work for 10 years straight, and it's came back to me so many times already. Like, you know what I mean? It's coming back right now. Like, everything I've gotten, I've earned, and, you know, even with the clients, and the what I like is having like putting an impact on people of all types. You know what I mean? Like, having giving people, like, let's say, for example, like, Yvette, like, I tattooed her, I tattooed your brother, I tattooed, like, P. Diddy, I tattooed. Like, they all have something that I did on them. And that's what, to me, that's a trip. Because, like, it could be anyone. It could be Justin Bieber. He came out on the Grammys or whatever.
That's tight, bro.
Like, I did something in the back of his ear. Like, cool.
That's tight.
I tattooed, like, the neighbor. I tattooed, like, it's cool.
And it's crazy, too,
like,
because, like, think about, like, people like Diddy and things, like, he was around, like, B.I.G., like, these fucking
what I mean?
hip-hop
Like,
artists that are
and they see that
iconic, bro.
tattoo.
Like,
these people, like,
iconic
he's 50 years
motherfuckers,
old,
like,
I could be his kid, like, you know what I mean?
and it's crazy because, like I said, you grew up to his iconic shit, like Biggie, East Coast, West Coast things, like, whatever, man. Like, you just see this and you're like, holy crap, like, he's sitting right here or whatever. Like, it's just like,
like, I'm really gonna work on these people, or really gonna work on them.
Yeah.
Like, what?
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So,
It's
Goes a long way.
so I think one way we could kind of like finish off this podcast would be, I don't know, probably kind of a silly thing, but what is something that people don't know about you that you would like to let them know? Maybe something other than maybe tattooing, or something like, maybe you got a certain skill that you do. You like to fucking cook tacos,
You're a
tacos
chef,
on the week.
chef low key.
He likes to watch fucking a certain TV show on Netflix. I don't know, some that.
I don't know. I don't have any kind of.
You know, I don't know hobbies, man. I just fucking draw all day. It's crazy too, because I remember people used to ask me, like, "What do you do other than working out, man?" And I'm like, "Fuck, what do I do? Fuck."
You enjoy it because you enjoy it, like working out.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We train people, and fuck,
It's just like your life. And I remember I used to forget. I was like, I don't know, what do I do? Like, fuck. But is there anything like that you have? Like, I don't know, maybe you like to fucking, I don't know, just cook.
I don't know, bro.
Maybe you like to collect something. I don't know. You're a collector.
I collect hats. I have a big hat collection.
Okay.
Yeah, like MLB hats, like the colors and teams and stuff like that. I won't say shoe collection because I'm not like I have a few pairs, but
it's nothing like collecting, just what you like.
Yeah, nothing. I don't know. I don't really. Just hobbies, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of little hobbies do you do, man? Play video games and shit like that.
I don't. I have some, but I don't even. This we just got for us
to look.
To mess around. But I just started getting into like NBA cards and stuff.
Oh shit!
He's on the Gary Vee hype. You on the Gary Vee hype? Hey, bro. I mean,
I just spoke to him too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just spoke to him. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he I don't know. Yeah, he didn't put me on, but I started just something different. You know what I mean? And it's fun.
Did you talk to him about the cards and stuff like that?
Yeah. He hit me up about the cards and we exchanged numbers and stuff. So he's in New York too. So I told him when I'm out there, I'm gonna link up with him and stuff. So
get him a tattoo or what? He don't he get tattooed?
I don't think so, but he said he might. So
he just might.
No, because I know he's been putting a lot of people on game with the cards and things like that. So okay, so you're collecting
just not really a collector, but I just.
But you have some picking them up.
Yeah.
Favorite? Well, Lakers, right?
Yeah,
you gotta be
LeBron,
Lakers.
Yeah, Kobe.
Yes.
Some peace.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Some peace.
Okay, wait. So you're starting to learn about the cards.
Yeah, I just learned.
So what can you? So I guess before we end too, what can you tell us about the cards, man? Give us a little insight. Like, how do you know what to collect?
For me, it's more like where, like the investment part of it. You know what I mean? Like putting money where. Let's say a card like a Zion. Right now, Zion's real big. Zion Williamson, he's like the grail. So if you get something from him, like or one of his cards, and over time it just appreciates in value. That's what I like. I like things that are gonna hold.
Okay. So, are you buying these cards like packs of cards at the store, or like are you
a little bit of both?
Or are you buying like already expensive cards? Yourself?
I bought both. Yeah.
Okay, so because that if you buy it now, it's probably gonna go up in value.
Everything has to be graded and stuff like that too.
Okay.
And then to art's my thing too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I have. And all the stuff in the walls and stuff. That's like stuff that I would collect too, and that's a big passion for.
For sure. Now, when you say art, like this is just like a certain artist that you pick up from, like who
this
is
guy's an Invader. He's from the UK.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I went to one of his shows and bought a few pieces, but it was real limited.
Was it in the UK or out here?
It was here. Oh, yeah, it was actually like
his name's Invader.
Invader, yeah, he's like worldwide.
And I know I see this
prints and
I
stuff.
see this art is like
it's like that's like a mirror. That's supposed to be a mirror.
Okay.
Kind of like the
looks like video game-ish.
Like Mario.
Yeah, those are real limited too. So
is it drawn or is it like pieces or
like pieces? Yeah, that's actual tile, like that one right there. Actual tile. So just a lot of his stuff. A lot of hype stuff too. Not too crazy. I have a couple Supreme things.
Oh, I see the Supreme. That's cool.
Things, and then these were just like boards that my friend.
No, it looks cool, man. It gives it like
a little style, a little twist.
Style, yeah, like.
So I could say that you like to collect like cool little things like that.
Nice stuff where I could see it. Like
I like nice shit. I like little
nice
Gucci,
shit.
a little Supreme,
a couple of
a little Travis Scott stuff.
That's Reese's.
No, that's what's up, man. For sure, man. You worked hard for it, and you're doing it, man. For sure.
Watches, Rolexes, and shit.
Just a little. He's like Rolex. Don't worry, I got the G-Shock. I'll get a Rolex soon. Don't worry. Maybe 5 years from now. No, for sure, man. Well, hey, again, appreciate you,
thank you guys.
letting us come by, man.
For sure.
We're going to shake your hand on the camera, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. And I know it was a big drive and stuff like that.
Good. We're used to it. We like coming up here.
Both of us, for you guys to check out the spot. And I have a lot of good things coming up, too, with, like, the merch and, tattoos and traveling and stuff like that.
For sure. We'll get some of your merch, man. And for sure, man, I think I'm going to book an appointment with you. I know it might take 2 years, but, we're going to put it today.
10 years.
Like March next
year. Yeah, right. March next. You know what?
March 2025.
Like, we could do it this time next year. Nah, man. So how do people book you? How do people
I usually go through like
is it on Instagram?
A separate number, and then just whenever we answer, either I can answer or have somebody answer or something like that. But
how do people get that number? Is it on your Instagram?
It's on the website.
So they got to try to call until you answer,
or text, or leave a text, and we'll get back to you whenever
you're available.
Whenever I'm available, or there's times where I don't answer because the books are closed and everything's filled up. So whenever stuff opens up, then I'll just get on the phone and make the phone call myself or whatever. But
So you heard it here first. Make your booking now. If you want a tattoo next year, if you want one the year after, make it the next year. But for sure,
I try to just book a month at a time and stuff.
Okay, for sure.
Travel and stuff too.
Well, I'm a for sure book you, man. I just got because I like tats, and so I'm gonna book you, at least get one with you, and we'll see whenever we can get that in, man. For sure, man. Well, again, thank you, and See you guys in the next episode of Los Chingones podcast.
Yeah.
Howdies.